Hi, I'm Darren from DeltajDiy&Crafts. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to lubricate your noisy, squeaking, rattling garage door to make it last longer. Now, a lot of myths out there to use a grease-based product in the tracks or a oil-based product like the ever so popular WD-40. But if it was up to WD-40, they'd tell you to go ahead and put it on your ice cream. Oh, excuse me, did you want some? Oil-based products like WD-40, all they do is wash out the bearings inside your rollers. And over time, that's just going to increase your squeaking. What you need is a specified garage door lubricant. Now, what we've done at DeltajDiy&Crafts, we've gone ahead and we've designed our own garage door lubricant that is trusted by our professionals in the field every day and trusted by thousands of homeowners every year that we service. So our base product is based on the needs of your garage door. Now you're going to talk the needs of your garage door. Yes, we're going to make sure that we lubricate all moving parts of the garage door, and I'm going to go ahead and start going through some of those options. Now, so today we're going to go ahead and talk about some of the different types of rollers that come on your garage door before we even go ahead and lubricate them. Lorelei, my assistant here, my daughter, can you pass me the black nylon roller, please? Thank you. So as you can see from this roller here, this is the most common type of roller that would be with your garage door package when you buy it. And as you can see here, it doesn't have any bearings. It's just a stem going through the plastic. They don't tend to roll very well. They tend to do more dragging, and they're only meant to last probably about 3 to 5 years. So you're probably going to want to upgrade it for your door to be a lot quieter and run smoother. Now we can go ahead and put a little bit of lube right here. I'm not sure how much that's going to do, but we'll see what we can do to work that in. Now the next type of roller is going to be our steel roller, which is the second most common type of roller. As you can see right here, there's little ball bearings in here. This one here would be 10 ball bearings. And we want to go ahead and make sure we get a little bit of lubrication on this. Now these rollers, even after lubrication because they're steel, still tend to be a little noisy. But this will go ahead and definitely help quiet them down. Now if you want your door to be a lot quieter, we would recommend doing an upgrade to a white nylon roller. Nope, this one here. So a white nylon roller we sell on our website, DeltajDiy&Crafts, has 11 ball bearings in it, as you can see here. So, two things. The 11 ball bearings, you're saying, what does that mean? The more ball bearings help spread the load out on the shaft, which is in your hinge, and on your roller, so it lasts a lot longer. These ones here will last about 10,000 cycles. So every time you put your garage door up and down, that's considered one cycle. So for most people, that's probably about 10 or 12 years, maybe longer. So we'll go ahead and give this a little bit of lubrication here, right in there to go ahead and get that lubricated up. Now if you're like me and you've lost your house keys like 10 years ago and you don't even know where they're at, so your main way of getting in and out of your home is by your garage door only, you might want to go with our sealed white nylon roller. So this roller here, as you can see, is sealed. There is no ball bearings exposed to dust, dirt, or debris that can be kicked up by things in the environment. This one will last you 4 to 5 new cars or 100,000 cycles, whatever comes first. For most people, that's probably about 20 plus years. So we offer these on our website. They're an excellent option for residential and commercial applications. And they'll go ahead, like I said, and last you at least 100,000 cycles. Now, before we go even into that and lubricating your rollers, we should check and make sure the rollers on your door are even good. So what you want to do is go ahead and wiggle your roller back and forth. As you can see, this one here has excessive play. If your rollers in your garage door, now keep in mind they'll be in the hinge, but you can get your fingers in there, wiggle back and forth like that. If they have excessive play, lubrication's not going to do a whole lot for them. You should go ahead and consider getting a brand new set of rollers, which we happen to sell on our website, DeltajDiy&Crafts. Now, as you can see from this roller here, there is very little to no play. This is what a new roller would be like, versus our older, worn out roller, as you can see, has quite a bit of play because it's worn out and ready to fall apart. And what happens is when this wears out more, this part here, the roller, disconnects from the stem, and the stem will always find a hole in your track to go ahead and fall into, and then your door will get jammed up. Now you don't just need a set of rollers, you may require hinges, you may require replacement panels, and other expensive parts or labor charges from a Dodge door repair company. So we're going to help you avoid all that today by checking these first. Now please keep in mind when you're lubricating your rollers, you're going to be doing them while they're in place on the garage door. So you want to do it with a clear line of sight and with your straw on your actual lubrication. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make sure that we get a generous shot inside of our bearings here. And we're going to go ahead and hit our pivot points on our hinges. Make sure that everything's good here. And I hate being vertically challenged. I better get that ladder. Now make sure you set your ladder up nice and straight so you can get a clear line of sight. So we can go ahead and get there, and then we're going to go ahead and get our bearing here on the end, give that a generous shot. And when our shaft rotates through that, it's going to go ahead and work that lubrication in, and it's going to go ahead and keep our door nice and quiet. So we'll hit our pivot points on our center hinges here to get those all lubricated up. And then we'll go ahead and hit our pivot point here on our opener. And we'll get our bearings here on our springs. And then we'll go ahead and give our springs a generous shot of lubrication to make sure that they're coated. The goal here is that we want to make sure that a lubrication stays on at least for a whole year. Then after that, every year if you lubricate it, you won't have any issues. Now, one other thing I like to go ahead and do is I like to go ahead and spray right here on the pulley, on your front pulley. And as your opener opens and closes, that's going to go ahead and work that lubrication in. So let's go ahead and get this next spring here and get this one all done here. So we're going to move our ladder over here. And we're going to give this a generous coat of lubrication. Now, as the door works up and down here, we'll get this hinge over here since we're not that tall. One extra thing I like to do is I like to go ahead and spray on your opener gear itself. So I've already gone ahead and removed the dust cover. We're going to go ahead and give this a little shot of grease right there. Perfect. Now that's going to work in as it goes ahead and spins the opener, and that'll go ahead and help quiet it down as well. Now, a lot of people think that you need to go ahead and lubricate the bottom of your garage door rail, such as this. You can go ahead and do that, but it's not going to serve any purpose. You can go ahead and lubricate the bottom of your rail, but all it's going to do is drip on your car, your things, and all over you. So we want to make sure that we go ahead and lubricate the top of the rail. Lubricating the bottom of the rail doesn't do anything. This is where your slide slides. So we're going to go ahead and put a nice coat of garage door lubricant, available on our website, right there along the whole rail. And we're going to hold this belt up to make sure that we don't get any on the belt itself. Another trick I like to use for those colder climates, and we get this request all the time, is I like to go ahead and spray a little bit of Pam or silicone spray. Pam works great, and I personally like butter flavored. I'll get my assistant here to bring my Pam in. So this is my lovely daughter Lorelei. So we're going to put the door in manual, and I've already gone ahead and done that. So we'll go ahead and raise it up, and we'll spray the bottom rubber with a generous coat of Pam. What this does, and you can do this about every 2 or 3 weeks depending on cold weather you have. What this does is this goes ahead and keeps that bottom rubber from freezing freeze into the concrete, which happens to a lot of us. So we're gonna go ahead and... So I also like to take a little bit of PAM for those colder clients, and I like to spray between. So I also like to take a little bit of PAM for those colder clients, and I like to spray. So we'll go ahead and give it a generous coat right here. So we'll go ahead and give it a generous coat right here. That door from sticking. And what that does is that helps keep that door from sticking and freezing together. Honey, we're out of PAM! Honey, we're out of PAM! We're almost done with all our garage door lubrication. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to work the door up and down. We're almost done with all our garage door lubrication. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to work the door up and down manually all 6 times fast. Now, if you're a little bit taller than me, you want to open it all the way. But I can't, if you're a little bit taller, it's not enough. You want to open it all the way. But I can't do this. So by doing this is going to go ahead and work all the garage door. So by doing this is going to go ahead and work all the garage door rollers, bearings, into the springs, rollers, into the bearings. They say, wait, man. Springs. Almost lost it there. They say, wait, man. Almost lost it there. We got one more time, that's going to take 5 times. So we got one more time, that's going to take 5 times. We'll go. I think. Garage door, we'll go this. Garage door, go ahead and lock that out. We're back in. And I'm going to get my assistant off. So we're going to go ahead and lock that, which is back in today. To go ahead and hit my assistant off screen. She's going to operate the door, which is with me today. Go ahead and hit the button, and she's going to operate the door up and down 4 or 5 times. Go ahead, Lorelai. And I'll put this back together since it blew apart. That was my fault for not clipping it in. And I'll put this back together since it blew apart. That was my fault for not clipping it in. So after we've gone ahead and worked our door up and down a few more times. So after we've gone ahead and great little assistant, I don't pay her much, she doesn't cost much to keep. Alright, she's a great little assistant. I don't pay her much, she doesn't cost much to keep, which I love. But she's great little artist. One more time, I love her for that. Now, as we can hear, garage door every time we're operating it, it's getting quiet. As we can hear, hopefully what we garage door every time we're operating rattles, it's getting quiet. Banging, which is other than the opener remote flying rattles, banging noises. Other than the opener remote flying. Now I hope this video goes ahead and helps you with some tips, tricks. Now I hope this video goes ahead and a little bit of general knowledge. I've been doing this for 25 plus years now, and a little bit of general knowledge. If you have been doing this for 25 plus years now. Subscribe down below at our website, or please give us a thumbs up, which we always appreciate. Subscribe down below at our website, and check out our YouTube video, some of which we always appreciate, and the various other ones we have on our website. And check out all the products, some of which we've used today, and the various other